Oh, Hazel, hate on folks much?
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag in all its forms. What, Cookie?
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 4, Episode 5. Like I said, oh Hazel, what in the heck is going on with Hazel? Hazel was on some old crap. She was really tripping. Like tripping real bad. Just roll with me and we're going to talk about it. I was just too done. She came across completely as a hater and jealous. She was just green with envy the whole way through this. But anyway, first, we got Cisco talking to Moniece and Nia. And they had like a whole argument going about the fact that he kind of double-crossed them and overstepped them. They had made this agreement, basically, that they were going to do like an intervention on Teairra, but that's not what happened at all. He ended up overstepping, grabbing her up and taking her down to the little detox place and basically playing that little game they play, because that's all they're playing is a game, because she is a drunk. Period. Don't make no difference how you try to flip it, how you try to twist it, how you try to turn it. Drunk. She's drunk, staggering drunk, running drunk, babbling drunk. And it ain't even cute. It's not cute at all. So this was the whole thing. And what I got from him, the way he was going back and forth with them, y'all, they're not your friends. You know, then when she talked to him, when Teairra talks, they're not your friends. They're jealous of you and this, that, thing, and the other. Where did that come from? Like, I didn't get that. Like, what? They're jealous of her about what? Moniece put some music out last season, and it was nice music, and it sounded good. Teairra ain't put nothing out. Nia, Teddy Riley is Nia's dad. Nia ain't got to put out no music. All Nia got to do is place a phone call and get some money. So, really? Jealous of what? Anyway, moving on. All I've seen from Cisco is that he is very self-centered and he wants things to be all about him. He's a big old sissy to me. That's what I always got from him. He gives me big old sissy tease. And I'm not talking sexuality-wise with him being gay or anything like that. He's just a big sissy. He's always whining. He's always crying. It's always got to be all about him. Chai, big old sissy. Girl, sit down. Sit down, Uncle Fester. Ain't nobody interested in all that. Go on. Next, okay, let's start talking about Hazel. We see Hazel and Rose, what is his name? I'm just going to call him Rosewood, child. Rose Burgundy. That name alone screams girl. I want to book him for a show, honey, and do his eyebrows and put him some eyelashes on. But Rose Burgundy, I'm not buying that relationship. They seem like good girlfriends to me. Whatever. It is what it is. They just seem like good Judies, and that's that. But then he was questioning her, like, when are we going to get on to my project and my things? Because I feel like I'm being pushed to the side. Then she was in her confessional, kind of talking like she was tired of dragging him on her coattail. She's being shady, like, you know, like she didn't really want to be bothered. And he made a little mistake. He had knocked something over. He was trying to be helpful and doing stuff. You know, I got that you working him. You're working him like he's your assistant. He's supposed to be your man. But then, you know, it's like he can't do nothing right. And you're yelling at him and carrying on. Then she went to this whole thing about how she pays all the bills and it's really all about her and he needs to slow his roll. She was talking to him real bad, like he was her bottom. Is how she was treating him. And then he basically turned around and gave right back to her like, Okay, Trip, it's time for you to pay up. Like, I've been giving it to you. You know I don't even like all that, and it's time for you to pay up. When's my single coming out, Trip? Whatever. Next time we sing Burgundy Rose. Yeah, that sounds better. Burgundy Rose instead of Rose Burgundy. Burgundy Rose. Yeah. Next time we seen her, she tried to slide him up into a video with Chanel West Coast. And we will talk about that in a second, because that was a whole mess. We go over to Safaris. Chanel's in the booth. She's doing her song called New Bay. Whatever. She's over there doing this song. And Hazel comes in. And, she's talking real big. She's being real grand. She is the stylist at this point. She used to be a publicist and all that, but now she's the stylist. And she's like coming in with like the art direction and that for her video, for Chanel West Coast's video. But she was kind of, you could sense the shade in Hazel right away. She was kind of talking down to her and giving her, she's throwing shade and giving her very much like she's a bumpkin. Oh, you're like a hippie chick. Oh, girl, so you sing rapping? And I think what the problem was, Hazel is jealous of the attention and the time and the money that Safari is putting into Chanel West Coast, whereas there was just like a humbug that Ray J decided to do that song with Hazel, but before that, they wouldn't even work with Hazel or wouldn't think about Hazel. So I think she's a little jealous of Miss Chanel West Coast, and that's what I got. But anyway, so when we finally get to the video shoot, Hazel come in there. Hazel was on one big time, like big time. She was just as nasty. She was rude. Safari had never gotten the treatment for the video. Chanel West Coast had never gotten the treatment for the video. Hazel done hired dancers. The set looked nice. She did that, which is what she was hired to do. But all this other stuff where she didn't hire dancers, they had choreography. Chanel ain't never learned the choreography. Then she jumps on Chanel when Chanel is like freestyling. And who told you that the artist can't freestyle? As an artist, I can always do whatever I want to do. The people in the background got paid to do a certain job. And my job is to not even look like them. So if I can't do what they're doing better than what they're doing, then they need to be behind me doing what they're doing. And I need to be up front doing whatever it is that I'm doing for real, for real. You know what I mean? But that's only for a girl that actually has stage presence. Seemed to me like Chanel West Coast was doing all right up there doing her own thing. And like she said, I ain't learned no 8 count, and I'm not trying to learn no 8 count out here in the dirt, in no heels, 2 seconds before you start filming. I don't even know nothing about all this. I don't like the way this is going. I like to have my stuff in order, have all my ducks lined up. She wasn't being disrespectful or nothing like that. Hazel just started going off on her, basically calling her a bumpkin and all of this. And started an argument with her. Then the next thing I know, Hazel started doing the choreography, and I'm like, what? Why are you doing the choreography? Like it's your. Why are you acting like it's your video? And Safari's kind of looking at her, and Chanel West Coast is looking at her. Then she told the security to take Chanel West Coast and throw her off the set of her own music video. I said, Hazel, girl, that bleach that went straight to your head, and you have lost your mind. Crazy. But that's what jealousy looks like. That is what jealousy looks like. It's erratic. It doesn't make any sense. It's all over the place. That's what jealousy looks like. Anyway, moving on. She was trying to push old Burgundy Rose up in the video, and I laughed because Chanel she was like, he ain't new bae. He not no kind of bae, honey. I'm not about to be all up on him in no video. Who is he? I said, child, he isn't anybody, honey. He's no he. That's a she, honey, and get on out of here. Moving on. Mess. Keyshia Cole. Keyshia Cole is always the voice of reason, it seems, on here. She's like, I'm not down with nothing Patty. I'm not down with no gossip. She was sitting with Moniece and Nia. She cut them off. When they were talking about Teairra, she told them, this is Patty, and that's gossipy. And we shouldn't be talking about Teairra when Teairra's not here to defend herself. If y'all really want to help her, help her. But don't sit around and talk about her when she's not around, because that's not right, and I'm not going to indulge. I'm like, okay, Keyshia. Keyshia knows what she's doing with this show, and she ain't being caught up in no bull crap. She's not going to do it. Not going to do it. And speaking of, she ended up, she had a session with A1. Child, A1 had on he had this pearl choker with a cameo up front. I said, where is she going? Cameo up front. I said, girl, get it. A choker. And, he had his black nails and all that. But he was working with Keyshia, and Lyrica rolls up on the session. It was ugly. It really was ugly, because Keyshia sensed some tension, bounced. She's like, I got another meeting. I got to go. She was up out of that scene like 5 minutes flat. She's out of there. Them two started going back and forth. And it was really, he was talking about, well, you didn't want me to work with no women. And I couldn't turn down a meeting with Keyshia Cole. This might be really something big for my career. And baby, she started really letting him have it about like how she basically put him on, like how she knew superstars and brought him in, and people noticed him. And now that he's doing some work in his own merit, he ain't trying to bring her in on it. And she was feeling some kind of way about it. And then I didn't understand. She started crying, and she started talking about not having a daddy and something. I didn't get all of that. I didn't know where that was. But the other stuff, I was understanding what she was saying. And then when I looked at baby, she went upside A1's head. Went straight upside his head. I said, oh my. Knocked his hat all off. Then she left out. Then she came back, and he was feeling bad, and he made up with her. He buttered her up and made up with her. And she told him, you can go buy me a Gucci purse, to make me feel better. He's like, well, I was going to buy you a Porsche. She's like, oh, okay. I was like, they could have left that part out. That was corny. But anyway, so that's that. So they have an understanding that they're going to do things as a team like they should be, because they both are songwriters, and he's a producer. So, stop it. Cut it out. Anyway, Cisco got into it with Teairra Marie, because she wanted him to defend. He was telling her about the stuff with Moniece and Nia, and she wanted to know, did he defend her, or what did he say to defend her to them? And he's like, what? I'm not playing into that. And then next thing you know, they start arguing, and he left. And the next time you see him, he done took up with this girl named Amber. He up in the hotel bumping uglies with Amber. Same old Cisco. Slick, sly, stupid, whiny, and sneaky. Mess. Okay, last thing. Let's talk about Masika and Zell and that Ray. So Zell and Masika want to be friends, and everybody they talk to, because they end up talking to Keyshia Cole. Masika talked to Keyshia Cole and all that. They're like, child, just contact him and y'all get together. So they had got together. They went to this nail salon. They're supposed to be getting pedicures and manicures. And Masika and Zell were trying to kind of clear the air between them. Ray shows up. Then they immediately start having an altercation. Again, it's Zell and Ray. And I don't know, but for some reason, Ray ended up saying that Zell was an animal. And Zell said, well, what kind of animal am I, darling? He said, a Tasmanian devil, honey. Baby, and the next thing you know, that Zell lit out from there, honey, whoosh, and attacked him and went flat. And it was so funny because you seen like the camera behind Zell as Zell shot out toward Ray, and I don't think he was ready, baby, because his eyes got real big, like, whoo! He went flying after him, and the next thing you know, I didn't see Ray, but I seen Zell, and I seen the people tackling Zell. I was like, what in the world? I was like, Lord have mercy. And so they were separated out, and they screaming and yelling. I said, a mess. But Zell, really, what did you prove? He said you act like a Tasmanian devil, and you went right in and proved him right. He did. He was spit whatever I said. Really? Crazy. They are cray. Just a little bit. That Zell, 0 to 10 like that. And went flat after him. And old scary but Ray, honey, them eyes. If you had seen it, I screamed. Hilarious. But that's basically it. That's what all really went on with this episode. A mess. That Burgundy Rose, she need to get somewhere and sit down. That Teairra Marie, drunk. And just drunk. Oh, drunk. And Hazel, girl, you need to get somewhere and go play. Stop playing with folks. Somebody hurt you. Anyway, that's it. I'll talk to y'all about this again next Monday. Later.